Liberty, Missouri is quickly becoming one of Kansas City's most popular suburbs. With its vibrant community, its historic charm, and its affordable housing, it's got a little something for everyone.
Today, we're going to take a look at what makes Liberty stand out. We're going to tour a couple different neighborhoods at different price points, and we're just going to have a good time exploring Liberty. Hey, I'm Zach Morton. This here is Max Jones with the MoJo Real Estate team. And not only are we real estate agents, but we were born and raised right here in Kansas City. In fact, my business partner, Max Jones, lives in Liberty, so you have the best tour guide you could possibly have for today. We've been helping people move, just like you, into Kansas City for over 20 years, over 23 actually. So we're excited to take you on a tour of Liberty today and hope you stick around. So let's get going. All right. Well, that feels better. All right. So Liberty, we're downtown in the square here. Yeah. Since you live here, Max, why don't you start it off? Tell us a little bit about Liberty.
Well, I always think the heart of a community is its old city square because it's where all the local people hang out, you know, so everything else gets so commercialized. It's the same chains no matter what town you're in. But when you come to the city square, it's the mom and pop shops, and to me, it's kind of the heartbeat of a community. So we just came out of Ginger Sue's, got a cup of Joe. It's a really, you know, little cafe. They're only open for breakfast and lunch, but a locally owned place. I think they've expanded to a couple other, to maybe Olathe and Lee Summit.
Yeah.
Coming up here, across the street is La Costa Mexicana, one of my favorite Mexican places. They have amazing margaritas. Right here, 1894.
Yeah, that looks familiar.
Yeah, it's an event space. We had a client appreciation party there a few years ago. Did a prom night.
Yeah, that was a blast.
Yeah, all of our clients dressed up like they would have been for prom and had a big old party.
Yeah, just to double click on that though, if you do end up moving to Kansas City and using the MoJo team to buy a house, you get on our VIP list and you get invited to several parties a year. So yeah, it's one of the perks to becoming a MoJo client.
Yeah, you always want to be a VIP.
Yeah.
But there's just awesome places around here. Little corner bar and little sports memorabilia, local sports, you know, for all of the different high school sports here in town. There's a really good barbecue place that we might take you guys into down
I think we should.
Down the street. I mean, Kansas City is all about barbecue.
Yeah, got to do that.
But yeah, so some of the events that happen here on the square, huge Liberty Fall Festival, where they'll bring in a carnival company, and it's packed down here with all the kids going to the Fall Festival. I believe a St. Patty's Day parade comes through here. I'm usually working on St. Patty's Day and staying away from the green beer these days, but lots of activities here in it.
Yeah, it's a cool little kind of family town with a small little, like you said, heartbeat center. I almost every time I'm down here, bump into somebody I know, so I will give it that. I mean, although Liberty is 29 square miles with a population of 30,000 people, a lot of people you will find that you know from bumping into them from school and other places. You'll run into them down here.
Yeah, 7 degrees of Kevin Bacon for sure. So,
it is. So let's talk a little bit about like the highway systems, what we're close to.
Yeah, that's a good thing to talk about. Where Liberty is in relation to the city. The I-35 kind of runs right through downtown Kansas City and right through Liberty and heads up to Des Moines. So it is a major highway, that kind of a vein through Kansas City that Liberty sits on. And then 152 highway runs east and west across the Northland. That's how you get to the airport. So we're probably, I don't know, 15 minutes from the airport.
Yep.
And 15 minutes from downtown. So great location. Another thing that's nice about Liberty's location is just north of Liberty is the Kearney area, but you don't have to get too far before you can find acreage properties. So a lot of subdivisions here in Liberty. It's a very community and lots of shops and everything, but 10 minutes north of us, it feels like you're out in the country.
Mm-hmm.
So best of both worlds, really.
Yeah, and even to the east, as you go east through Liberty, like it starts to get pretty sparse as you go that direction. So.
Yeah, just east of us is William Jewell College, which we can take.
Yeah, we should do that. We'll show you that. But yeah, still lots of room to grow, but still, if you want to be nice and close, like this area is super walkable. We've got houses in every direction, old houses. In fact, this is the historic district of Liberty, so we should go take a look at some historic streets just for the giggles.
Liberty Square, let's zoom on in on this bad boy. It's actually looks a little bigger than it feels on the map. But we were just here in front of the Clay County Administration Building. I think I might have said it was the courthouse, but actually the courthouse is over here. But you got Ginger Sue's and La Costa Mexicana restaurant and Three Halves. Lots of family-owned little mom-and-pop shops around here. When they do the Liberty Fall Festival, I believe it's right in this area, in this big parking lot right here. And it is bananas, the amount of people that flow into here for the Liberty Fall Festival. Zooming out from the square, you've got William Jewell College, which is over here. If you head out just east of town, really you have tons of acreage properties. Here's Stocksdale Park, which is a huge park with tons of trails, amazing conservation area, a little dog park out here. You've got Martha Lafitte Thompson Nature Sanctuary, Rush Creek Conservation Area. So you're really surrounded by nature and acreage properties just outside of Liberty. Really all surrounding Liberty here. Even when you head up towards Kearney, not completely developed, but the whole town of Liberty is right in this area. Liberty Triangle, and then Old Liberty. So back in the day, it was just this old area and mostly these houses around here, and it's grown into all of this surrounding area here. So that's Liberty Square. Okay, here we are at Hodge Park, and it's known for its Hodge Park Golf Course.
And it's Buffalo.
Yeah. Typically we'll take you down to the clubhouse, but at this course, Hodge Park is not only known for its golf, it's a huge park. It has tons of trails, walking trails, bike trails. Yep. It also has this really cool living history museum. It has some bison here in the front, and then in the back here there is a 80-acre area where it has a bunch of buildings, I think 20 structures that were 1800s buildings that have been moved and preserved here at Hodge Park.
Yeah, they're all houses from around Kansas City too, so it's all local history, so it's really cool. I think it's one of the biggest parks in the Northland.
Yeah, lots of great stuff to do, beautiful vistas. The golf course, actually, your dad and my father,
that's right,
both marshal at Hodge Park Golf Course, and it's a great course. It's a public course, really inexpensive. I think it costs about $50 on the weekends to golf, and it's a wide open course, so it's not really difficult, but I think 13 of the 18 holes have some degree of dogleg to them, so it does have some difficulty. But when you shank a ball out, off the fairway, you can typically find it. So yeah, it's a friendly course, and that's why I come here quite a bit.
Awesome. Let's go check it out. Yeah.
All right. Hodge Park. All right, so we're zoomed in pretty nice on it here. You can see this is the golf course over on this side, and then we're parked here. The golf course clubhouse is down below, and then up here is that living history museum. It's about 80 acres, and this whole area here is a buffalo pen. So they have some bison up here, but a lot of the park is this trail system. A lot of this is mountain bike trails and walking trails. Some of it's paved, some of it is not. And then on the north side of Hodge Park, You've got several ball fields up here. So you got some baseball fields, a really nice playground, and it's just a huge 1,000 acre piece of ground. I think one of Kansas City's largest parks, actually. Beautiful subdivision. This right here, this subdivision is Fairway. And on the other side of Shoal Creek Parkway, the Shoal Creek Parkway is a really nice double lane street that runs up and kind of connects to 96th Street, and you've got that 291 corridor. And then on this side of Shoal Creek Parkway is the Shoal Creek Golf Course. And this subdivision right here, the Preserve, is one of Kansas City's, one of the Northland for sure, on par with the National. Some of the most expensive real estate in Kansas City. And this is the Eagle Point new phase of the Preserve subdivision. And this is Woodneath Farms, which just is a huge subdivision that we've talked about quite a bit on our videos. I think we have a video specific to Woodneath Farms. But a lot of the lots back to the Shoal Creek Golf Course. So just a terrific area, but Hodge Park is high on my list of places to go in Liberty.
All right, Max. Well, here we are in Montclair, kind of on the north side of Liberty. This subdivision's really cool. It kind of has a big pond right as you come in the entryway.
Yeah, right down at the end of the cul-de-sac.
Yeah, in fact, we were pulling in this morning. There's geese and ducks and all that landing, so really cool. This house right here is a 5-bedroom, 4.5 beast of a house here. It's a story and a half, coming in at $815,000. Has a heated pool in the back, which they don't have opened right now, but nice to know.
I wonder why.
Yeah. Oh, nice to know that you could. So let's just go inside and check it out.
All right, let's go in.
Ooh, look at that Chateau Melt. There is on the north end of Liberty between here and Kearney, there is a dairy farm. And some of the neighborhoods on the north side, like in Liberty, you can get this little canister put on your front porch, and they will deliver fresh milk in little glass bottles and then come pick it up later. So awesome service that you can take advantage of right here in Liberty.
Come on inside.
All right, good. Nice wood floors, nice high vaults. Big wall of windows overlooking your backyard oasis. Check that out. Just have to picture a little bit more sunshine, some leaves on the trees, and warmer weather.
I think the listing said that it was a new liner and new furnace for the heated portion.
Nice big stamp patio.
Yeah.
Nice and bright and white. We're just over 5,000 square feet, which puts this property at about $157 a square foot, which is a pretty sweet spot. Nice big bank of bay windows overlooking the pool again. And then that takes us right in here to the master suite. Jacuzzi tub, glass shower, commode, and a walk-in closet with extra high ceilings. Hey, you want to go down or up? We just got probably bedrooms up. Let's see if the basement's finished.
Yeah, let's have a look in the basement. See what we got.
Ooh, look at that little surprise.
Yeah, full kitchen.
Full kitchen.
It's all quartz down here too.
Yeah.
This is a huge basement.
Good spot for the pool table. Looks like one lived here at one time.
Yeah, and it walks up.
Yeah, another little bedroom. Yeah, with a nice walk up to the pool. Yeah, this is you're just a few short steps too. What is that, 4 steps up?
So Montclair is in Liberty North schools. I'm repping Liberty, it's not Liberty South, but it's the original Liberty gear. My kids go to the original Liberty. But Liberty North School, we're going to take you guys over there later today, and it is state-of-the-art, brand new high school with a lot of development we're going to talk about. So great school district, really nice subdivision. We'll show you on the map where we're at once we get to the truck, but great price per square foot.
Yeah, not bad for starting off.
Yep, a lot of opportunities here in Liberty.
All right, let's keep this adventure rolling.
Let's go.
Let's go.
Okay, here we are in Montclair, and to zoom out a little bit, show you where it's at in Liberty. The Liberty Triangle is here, and that's kind of the center of Liberty. Old downtown Liberty is over here. We will go there later today. But Montclair is right here off Flintlock. You've got 152 Highway and I-35 are the main highways that run into Liberty. And one of the first, when you're coming down 152 headed into Liberty, one of the first main roads you come to is Flintlock. And coming up Flintlock, you've actually got my neighborhood. I live right here in Copperleaf, which is a great subdivision and actually has another phase that they're going to put in down here. But as you come up Flintlock, you've got Shoal Creek Elementary School right here, which is a really good elementary school. And then you come up to this corner of 95th Street, and this area is Montclair. It's a subdivision built in 2000, and really nice subdivision, 5,000 square foot homes. And this street right in here, these two cul-de-sacs back to this pond, beautiful pond with a fountain. So great subdivision. There's also the Hills of Montclair, which is a new subdivision with new construction. And then I refer to this as the 291 corridor. What's shown up as Cookingham here on the map is kind of our 291 corridor, and there's a ton of new construction.
So here we are in front of Liberty North High School. So a lot of families choose to move to Liberty, not only because it's a great spot, but it's because of the schools. It has great schools. You've got 10 elementary schools, you've got 4 middle schools, and then 2 high schools. And this is the newest, kind of the biggest, baddest high school, which is Liberty North. So we want to stand here when we're talking about schools a little bit. They've got a lot of great things going on here, especially their sports.
Yeah, they're known for their sports.
Yeah, it's one of the top schools in the whole county of Clay County. I mean, I live over in Platte County, which is just to the west. We hear there's like rumblings of like how you guys get your kids for your sports team, so it's kind of funny. But I think 17th in the nation for baseball in 2023, and I mean, all kind of accolades.
I think last year they won the state football championship. So there is a little bit of a rivalry between my son that goes to Liberty High School and Liberty North, quite kind of a little bit of a border war going on.
Yeah, pretty exciting. But across the board, you can't go wrong with the schools out here. I mean, everybody loves them. That's why people come to Liberty. And you can even get into the Liberty schools by living in Kansas City. So Liberty's pretty tight itself, but the school district does expand into Kansas City. So I know that's kind of like where Max is at. He's actually in Kansas City, but kids go to Liberty. So when you're looking at that footprint, and if the schools are important, just keep that in mind. You don't have to have that Liberty address.
Yeah, the city limits and the school district limits are two different things. But what we're showing you today is Liberty School District. Some of them will actually have Kansas City addresses that we've gone to. So good distinction to make there.
Yep, so that's kind of the school and where that's at. And then right across the street here, let's hustle over here.
Yeah, so over here behind us is farmland.
Yeah.
But this farmland is, we wanted to bring up because it's a new development that's taking place in Liberty, and they call it the Montage. It's a Galehart community development, and it's 1,100 total acres. And it's going to have 170 acres of open park space and land, 7 miles of pedestrian trails. It's going to have 2.2 million square foot of commercial space. 1,800 single family homes are going to be going in behind here. So lots of real estate for us to sell, and 1,000 apartment homes. So it's going to be mixed use. There's actually going to be a couple hotels as well. And it's going to have a population of 10,000 people that are going to be new to the area right here behind us. So we'll show it on the map view too. This whole space, it's set to be developed soon. I know they're laying the infrastructure for it, a lot of the storm sewer and that sort of thing. So Liberty is growing like crazy, mostly to the north side of Liberty, and a lot of that growth is going to be in the Montage. Here we are, high school, Liberty North High School, and look at this campus. Isn't that just amazing? You got the varsity baseball field over here. I think it's being switched to turf. It looks like natural grass on this view, but I know the football field is turf, and they have a beautiful stadium. All the stadium seating here. Their football team is phenomenal. They've got a couple practice fields over here that I think can also use as soccer fields. My son practiced out here in the front, and but this is just built in 2010, state-of-the-art high school, and even have a few tennis fields there. But as you zoom out, I think what's important to notice in the context of Liberty North High School is all this farm ground around here is all going to be developed, and it's called the Montage. So this whole area right along Plattsburgh Road, between Plattsburgh Road and Church Road, some refer to this as a highway that Liberty North sits on, is and it goes clear up to Kearney. As you zoom out, you got Kearney up here, so a highway will go up to 92, I believe that is. But we're on the north side of Liberty. Here's the triangle. As you head up north on this outer road, Church Road, and then Church Road bends, becomes a highway, and heads up this way. This whole area is going to be developed, and it's going to have 10,000 people. Several thousand jobs are going to be created. And right across the highway is, from here, is Liberty Hospital. So this is all Liberty Hospital here. So you're just in a great location.
All right, so here we are at William Jewell College. We're on the east side of Liberty, and it's a nice little campus. It's been here for over 150 years. Started out as a Baptist. Here recently, they kind of went non-denominational. And it's a pretty cool campus. My son's had some baseball tournaments over on the, let's say, north of us. So they've got a really cool campus. It kind of sprawls across several acres here, but super walkable, really close to downtown. So you got access to all those restaurants.
Academically, fantastic school. I have some relatives that have gone here, and not inexpensive, but if you're academically kicking butt, then maybe you'll get a scholarship. Okay, William Jewell campus. Look at this thing. This is a beaut. Really nice football field. This arena, they're actually taking it down and building a new arena. The campus goes clear up here, so it's not a small campus by any stretch, but most of the buildings are up here, and you have a whole row of fraternity houses up here, and just an awesome campus. So over here on the east side of Liberty, we are going to explore some other areas on the south side. I'm going to do the 2-meat plate with turkey and burnt ends.
Beef burnt ends or pork bug?
Beef. 2 meats. I'm going to do burnt ends and brisket.
Ooh-wee. That was amazing.
It's pretty tasty.
I think those are some of the best burnt ends I've had.
Those might be the best in Kansas City.
Yeah, Three Halves Brew and Pub. In fact, a little history. They used to have they used to be partnered with a barbecue place called Jousting Pigs, and Jousting Pigs ended up moving out, and now they do all their barbecue in-house along with the beers, and I think it's an upgrade.
Yeah, the bark, I haven't had bark like that on burnt ends.
Yeah,
that was amazing.
The turkey was really just moist and juicy, and
The brisket kept falling apart before I could get it on the fork in my mouth. So anyway,
street corn, wasabi, coleslaw.
well, another favorite spot to add to the list.
Add it to the list when you're in Liberty. Get your butt over here to Three Halves.
I would. I did.
All right, let's head on down the road.
Let's go.
Okay, Zach, here we are in Eagle Point, which is right in the Shoal Creek Valley Preserve area, right across the street from Shoal Creek Golf Course. So you've got golf course views right across the street. Nice. And we are at a really great listing. It's a Seiler Construction, listed by Susan Rentschler, who's an agent that we work with a lot, and we really appreciate. So she's letting us show off her beautiful listing. This is their Avail plan, which is a reverse ranch, beautiful 4,000 square foot ranch, coming in, what is it, priced at $1.12 million. and that puts it at right at 278 bucks a foot. It's better than new construction because it has been lived in, just built a year ago, but all of the things that you typically don't get with new construction, you get here. So window treatments, garage door openers, epoxy on the garage. All right, let's go. All the good stuff. All right, so let's go inside and show you what it's all about. Oh, before we go in, I will point out this has gemstone lighting, which is year-round permanent lighting. So you're not paying the Christmas lighting guy to come over every year.
Or hanging from the gutter, stapling your cuff, and then
Yeah.
soffit.
Clark Griswold.
Yeah, no Griswold. Yeah.
All right, so a massive open concept main floor here.
This is nice.
Huge island. You've got the open staircase, little butler's pantry over off to the side, and double sliding Pella doors. Beautiful screened-in deck overlooking backs to a wooded green space area here. Huge backyard. It's already fenced in too. That's a thing that you typically don't get with new construction. Nice flat yard, so if you wanted to put in a pool, it would definitely be suitable for one. Yeah, you got room for probably 4 chairs at least here at the island. My kids always like to sit at the island and have their breakfast here in the kitchen. But a really nice big area for your dining table.
Yeah.
The refrigerator's talking to us. So
Oh, what's it saying?
I don't know, maybe it was
Alexa, what's in the fridge?
ComeJustia.com. In the refrigerator are stored meats, fish, various feed materials, and cooked feeds as well as...
Oh, I lied, huh? There's nothing in there. Liar.
So on the main level here, you do have the master, of course, being a reverse, but you also have this second bedroom, which can function as an office.
That's really nice, especially as like people have their parents moving back in with them now as they get older.
Yeah. And the hard surface floor leads right into the master. I always like that. I prefer to have a hard surface floor and then put down a rug, an area rug, instead of having wall-to-wall carpet. And then we ran into this. It was the first time I saw it. Now we're seeing it everywhere. Yeah. You just put the tub right in the shower and keep all the water.
You can have a shabath. So this is a reverse, so there should be some good stuff downstairs, right?
Yeah, let's go check it out. Yeah, this is nice. Not quite a full kitchen, but you do have your dishwasher and sink and microwave, and plenty of cabinet space to hide everything.
I like the open shelves, loading shelves too. It's nice.
And then this has 2 bedrooms down, I believe, with Jack and Jill. Yep, good-sized bedrooms. They're in egress windows, so you can get out in case of emergency.
This is storage, guys. Just extra storage. You can also finish this off to be another bedroom or I guess space.
Man, they've put a lot of LED lights in here. This is really nice. It's Kansas City building code now to insulate your foundation walls. Padded finished.
Padded walls too.
But yeah, this is great for storage. Really well lit, or you could even finish this space. I've seen some people make these man caves and stuff,
Or turn them into a gym.
Okay, so we are over here in Eagle Point looking at this beautiful home here. Right across the street from Shoal Creek Golf Course. There's a green right here across the street, and it backs to green space, all wooded. And when you zoom out, you'll see that this Eagle Point is actually a new construction subdivision. There are some really amazing houses right out here, and this area here will also be developed on the inside. But all the lots that back to the golf course, of course, have been developed first. But this is just on the south side of Woodneath Farms, which is a beautiful subdivision. And here's that Shoal Creek Elementary School. You've got Copperleaf across the street. You got your Target and all that stuff just on the outside of the Liberty Triangle. The main highways coming through Liberty here are I-35 and 152. And there's a big picture of the Shoal Creek Golf Course. And across the street here, you have Hodge Park Golf Course.
So here we are on the south side of Liberty at the Oddfellows home. It's called the Belvoir Winery, but it will forever be the Oddfellows home in my heart. A super cool and unique place. The original house that was on this property burned down right at the 1900s. And since then, I can't remember the names of the architecture. I'm not a huge ancient architecture guy, but there's a big story behind the architecture there. But it was it's kind of a fraternity where the community took care of older people. So one of the buildings was full of older people that could kind of work on this farm and have a place to stay. There was an orphanage here. There is a cemetery here. And now it kind of caters to pretty much this main building right behind us is the one that's been restored. And there's a bar in there and they do events and weddings and you can rent this space. In fact, the MoJo real estate team, we had one of our client appreciation parties here, which something unique about this place is not only do they have the winery and the bar and the event space, but you can hire ghost hunters to come out here and do ghost tours because there's been a lot of people stay here. There's an infirmary where people have passed away. In fact, if you get on the Travel Channel and look up Kindred Spirits, they did an episode here where there was a spirit down in the infirmary that they couldn't get out. So they called them in and got through that. But anyway, exorcise the demons. Yeah, so it's nice and safe now. But these buildings to my right, some of them are super creepy. The windows are all knocked out. When we were in there walking around, there's drywall. It's about the scariest place I can think of in Kansas City. Not that you're gonna walk in there and die, but it's spooky looking.
Yeah, that haunted tour was awesome.
That was awesome. But you can still pay to come out here and do that with different groups, or they have sessions out here. So anyway, something, when I think of Liberty, this is one of the things that I just can't not think about. Is what they've got right here.
Yeah, this is an icon of Liberty, so we had to bring you out.
Yeah.
And I just want to show you that on the southeast side of Liberty here, this is surrounded by Clay Meadows, which is one of Liberty's biggest subdivisions. And it's actually probably one of Liberty's most affordable subdivisions. You've got homes in the $300,000 to $400,000 price range. A lot of them back to this property. This Honeysuckle Road here, a lot of those have really backed green space and are beautiful.
All right, welcome, Max. Creekside. We're on the north side of Liberty, just off the 291 corridor. What we have here is this beauty. This is 4-bedroom, Monterey Grand by Encore. In Creekside, we are a story and a half. This one's coming in at $660, just over 2,700 square feet. And new construction, everything, a lot like we see in all the other houses. We got the manufactured hardwoods that take a licking and keep on ticking. Nice bright white kitchen and, just nice, new and shiny right here in Liberty. A little smaller than the last one, but then the price reflects that too for $660.
Yeah, this is the least expensive home on the tour at $660. Tough to get into new construction in Liberty for a whole lot less than that.
You do have a full basement. This one's unfinished, but full basement, so you can finish it out. Some people have the builder do it. It's kind of a tax hack that you don't have to, if you buy the house and finish it after the purchase, the tax man, the assessor doesn't know you finished it, so you don't have to pay taxes on it. Someday somebody will. But
for new construction, this one is staged really nice. It's kind of cool to see how to use the space.
Yeah, I like how the ceiling kind of has 2 tiers here. Kind of a grand entry. Let's check out the primary suite here. Yeah, just a nice, elegant, bright.
I love the freestanding acrylic tubs. They're nice.
Cool. I will point out too, on back there, they have that covered patio, which is a nice place to those spring, summer, fall days. It's a nice touch.
I don't think we need to look at the bedrooms upstairs necessarily, but there's 3 up there.
Yeah.
And 2 bathrooms up there as well. All right, let's get to going. So Creekside here, you can see on the Google Maps, is a new subdivision being put in and developed here. Looking at a really nice story and a half by Encore. And if you zoom out, you can get a flavor of this, where we're at here. This subdivision here is called Mandalay. Really great subdivision. In fact, we sold that house a while back. The great thing about this little 104th Street is when you zoom out, you can see that it leads right over here to Liberty North High School. And yeah, really great subdivision up here being put in right along this 291 corridor. Right just south of us is Amber Lakes, and this is a little business district here with, you've got your Price Chopper and Meat Market. One great place in here that a lot of people like is Nikki's Pizza, really popular pizza joint here in town. This is a mega church. I'm not sure what denomination it is, but you can see they bring in big crowds at that huge parking lot. And then another place that I like while we're on this map right over in this area is up here along this church road. You've got Rogers Sporting Goods. You've got different big box sporting goods stores like Dick's, but Rogers is awesome, especially for fishing enthusiasts and hunters. They have a huge fishing selection that rivals the Cabela's and Bass Pro Shops of the world. So definitely give a shout out to Rogers for Liberty Video. Okay, Capitol Federal Sports Complex. One of Liberty's best places for youth sports is right down here on the southeast corner, just off of 291. And you can see here that they have several football fields, tons of baseball diamonds. It's a great place for tournaments. One of the things that makes it great is they have turf, so no rainouts. And that will bring in the big teams from out of state to come in and compete against our local KC boys and girls. Another thing that's great about it is that all of these are ponds around the sports complex, and they are stocked with fish. So you'll see people coming and with their fishing poles set up out here fishing, and just a great place.
All right, here we are in the Liberty Triangle, and what better place to wrap up our video than what Liberty's most known for? It's traffic. So I'm not kidding. If you ask anybody around town, they are gonna know that Liberty has some pretty awful traffic, so just keeping it real, always on this channel, the good, the bad, the ugly. Liberty's got a lot of traffic, but it's a great place because right behind us, we've got the Chick-fil-A. We've got Crowley Furniture over there is a really great local furniture store. The Legends, no Liberty video would be complete without mentioning the Legends. But we're gonna wrap up the video. We're so thankful for you joining and tuning in. And yeah, I mean, moving's hard. We know that. That's why we put this channel together. We wanna make it easy for you if you're thinking about Kansas City to sit at home on your couch and kind of learn about the city. So when you get here, you can save a lot of time and land right where you want to be. So that's what we're here for. So give us a like, subscribe, and we look forward to seeing you on the next one. Reach out anytime. Thank you so much.